I'm so glad they sang that song because I say that every morning. I just sing that song every morning, so I love that. Well, my name is Amanda Tregallas. I'm from the Oak Creek Corps. And I was asked to share tonight about kind of my testimony in Raised for a Purpose. And I believe that all of us are created for a particular purpose, and mine was missions. Yeah, for real. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a backstory. I was raised in the Army. My parents are awesome. If you've never met them, you should. And I'm so thankful to have a family that saw God as the importance, and a great core family. All of you guys, yeah. I grew up in the Army, and I had a great church life. Felt like I had a great relationship with God, and I considered myself a good person from the inside. And I guess I never felt a struggle, which I'm thankful for, but I never felt being pulled away from God at all until I went to college. I'm 22 now, and I'm graduating college in 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. But I didn't feel pulled by God or by anybody until I got to college and realized that I was known as the good girl on the floor, because I didn't drink, because I didn't party, because I didn't swear. I know, weird. But I was known as the good girl, but I was okay with that. But one thing that I felt God pulling me my freshman year of college was I felt really comfortable. And I don't think you're supposed to feel comfortable all the time. I know it sounds weird, but I always saw a relationship with God being something that is sacrificial, which it should be. And I felt way too comfortable. So when I was 18, I was eligible to go on SMT. Yes, another acronym. And that's all I saw it as when my Corps officer at the time suggested it to me. Oh, you should go on SMT. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. But it's summer mission teams, and I'm so thankful that I was even considered for that. And what it is, for those of you that don't know, ages 18 through 29, 28, I don't know, one of those, 28 or 29, you can apply to go on a mission trip for 6 weeks of your summer. A lot of them go overseas, but some stay in the territory as well and travel around just serving God. And I had never left the country before. And when I applied for this, I was like, well, I've never left the country, and I'm only 18, so I'll probably get put on the central team. I'm okay with that. I got sent to India, guys. India. Yeah. So first of all, I had to locate that on a map, because I know that's really bad. When I was 18, didn't know where India was. But I am so thankful that God sent me there. I've always loved everybody. Like, I've loved all different kinds of people. Color, race, obviously that's race. Anybody. Like, I can be friends with anybody. And going to India and seeing those people just gave me a love for God's people all over the world. So I knew at that point that I was raised for this purpose. I was raised to be a missionary for God, to go around the world, to go anywhere that He called me to be. And I'm a very musical person as well. And the song that really sent me, it was okay to go to India. Has anyone heard of Starfield? No? Yeah, kind of? Okay. They have a song, okay. They have a song called I Will Go. And the chorus just says, I will go, I will go, I will go, Lord, send me to the world, to the lost, to the cold and hungry. Take everything I am, I'm clay within your hands. So when I heard that song, I'm like, all right, I'm going, God. So India was great. That was in 2011, and I knew that I wanted to keep going every summer. There's a limit, but I wanted to keep going every summer. And the year after India, my dad was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma cancer. And so that summer, God was like, maybe you should take a rest. maybe you should stay around here, you never know. So that summer I didn't apply, and my dad he was in remission after that, so it's okay. And then the next year came around, and the song Oceans was big. Well, it still is. It's an awesome song. And I was still kind of uneasy, like, oh, should I go, should I not? And it's like, Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. So I just went. I applied. I went to Suriname, which is in South America. Didn't know that one either. And it was just another step in God's plan for me, challenging me with different relationships and different friendships and stuff on the team. It was a good learning summer. And then the year after, my dad's cancer came back, which was this past summer, well, 2 Februaries ago. So I wasn't going to apply, and my brother was getting married, and I'm like, I can't leave. I don't know what's going to happen with my dad. I'm part of the wedding. I have to be there for all of that. And then the people from THQ sent me a message like, are you applying? Like, we kind of want you to apply. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, my brother's wedding is the weekend we come back, and my dad's sick and all this stuff. And I talked to my parents about it. And the one thing that my dad said, which I want to share with all of you, is who am I to stop you from doing what God has called you to do? And that was like, all right. Like, it just reconfirms every single time that I'm doing what God has raised me to do. And there's so many things that'll make me doubt it, whether my dad gets cancer again. I mean, I pray he doesn't. But every single time there's just something like, maybe you shouldn't do this, but that's my purpose. And there's always going to be those things that are going to try to bring you down, but you have to rise above it. And I think all of us this weekend have learned so much about not being afraid to rise above whatever it is, whether it's peer pressure from school, or someone in your family's sick, or you don't really know what you want to do next in life. Like when you graduate in a few weeks and you don't have a job lined up. You don't know. So you just have to be able to go with whatever God is going to say to you. And it might throw you to India, it might throw you to Suriname, might throw you to Texas. I don't know, that was random. But you just have to go where God is calling you and just be obedient in that, no matter what he's telling you to do. So thank you for listening.